All right, welcome back to season 5 of our show, and today we're firing up the grill for some beautiful sirloins. Let's show you how to get it done. All right, so today it is sirloins. Now, sirloin, in my opinion, is a very underrated cut of meat. You can buy the whole thing whole, which I always do when I cut it up, and this is the scraps, believe it or not, from the sirloin. So these are the end pieces that we're using today, and some of these are the best pieces because they have the most fat in here. Sirloin happens to be a very lean cut of meat. And when you cut it up into whole pieces and save the scraps, the end pieces of it, you have pieces like this that yield a lot of fat in between. So to me, these are some of the best cuts of meat right here. So if you ever ask your butcher to cut something up for you, tell them that you want the fattier pieces of the sirloin. All right, let's get it seasoned. We're going in with some salt and a rub. This is a homemade rub over to my side here. I got some paprika, garlic, onion powder, no salt, little oregano in there, some thyme, and I just crushed it up into a very fine powder. So we're going in with the kosher salt, a good amount of that. Always put a good amount of salt onto your steaks and rub them in good. All right, so let's get that rub on. Good amount of that. I like rub on sirloins because it brings out a really nice flavor in them. And I like sirloins cooked on a gas grill, believe it or not, because I don't like to hit them with too much smoke. And I still want to taste my meat. So in my opinion, I think they come out best on a high-end gas grill with briquettes for the flavor. All right, so there we go. A little bit more. Now that we got it seasoned, let's get them oiled. Olive oil. Good douse of that. That's going to help them cook up nice and sear nice, and it's going to help all that nice flavor get in here. So let's just rub that around. Now we're making this with a nice rice dish today and Brussels sprouts. We're going to show you a very unique way to make Brussels sprouts. You're going to like this one. So keep a pen and paper handy because you're in for a good surprise on the Brussels sprouts. And there we go. So our steaks are seasoned. We're going to get these off to the side because we're going to put these on the grill when everything's almost done, or rice or Brussels sprouts. We're going to show you how to do that. And then right before they're done, on with the steaks we go because they cook the quickest, even quicker than rice. And there it is. All right, we're going to meet you right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, so those steaks are in the fridge. They're chilling out, marinated. That's one down. We got 2 more to go. Let's show you these Brussels sprouts. So here's our Brussels sprouts. What we did is we cut these in half. We took them, we cleaned them up, we cut them in half, we got them ready. We've got some garlic, fresh garlic, and we sliced them thin, so they're sliced down really thin. We didn't smash them, but we just sliced them thin. Onions, we did the same thing. We just sliced them thin. Prunes, that's our secret right here. We got some black crushed pepper, and this is very coarse, so it's almost like cracked. And we got some salt, white wine of your choosing, and olive oil. Onto the stove we go. All right, so we got some garlic in here. We started roasting up some garlic, cooking it down in olive oil. That's what we're using, olive oil. So you want to get some color on the garlic, just like that. And just as you start to get some color on the garlic, go in with your onion. And you want to sweat down the onion and cook it with the garlic and just bring all the flavors out. No salt yet, but we will put it in. So let's get our onion cooked down. Just like that. just get some color on the onion too. Just bring those flavors out. So there we go. Now we're gonna get a little salt. Just the flavor. A little bit more. So just when you can see the onion starting to get a little wiggle in it, move around. It's not as firm as it used to be. You can just smell this, it smells it. Amazing. And with the Brussels sprouts. Going in with all of them. It's a decent amount of Brussels sprouts there. And we're just going to cook those up. Get some color on them. Just stir them around. There we go. Get them nice and caramelized up. And as you start to see a little caramelization on the garlic and the onion, we're going to add a little black pepper. In my case, I like a lot of black pepper because I'm going to hit this with some sweet. Alright, so here's our black pepper. Now, our prunes. We're going to add our prunes in. I like a heavy amount of prunes. Make it yours. You don't have to add them if you don't want, but make it yours. So there's our prunes. Now before they start to stick, because they are sticky, we're going to add our white wine. This is going to bring out the flavor of the prune. Good douse of that. Give that a shake. We're going to turn this over. We're going to hit this with a little bit more salt. We got the sweet. We need the salt. And we'll taste at the end and adjust it for anything we need. Now at this point, we're going to put this on low, on very low, on simmer. We're going to drop our lid on. And we're going to let them go to your softness. And that's it. So they're on low, they're on simmer, and they're done. All right, we're going to be right back. And we're going to show you how to get that rice going. And then we're on to the steak, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, we got 2 down. We got 1 more to go. We're cooking up some jasmine rice. Let's show you how to get that done. All right, so we got 2 cups of jasmine rice. We got 4 cups of water in here, and I'm always using a spring water or fresh water. I live on well water, and that's what's in my house. And if you're not using well water, you always want to use a bottled water. This way you got some clean water with no chemicals inside or chlorine. All right, so we got the jasmine rice here. We got some saffron. We're going to put a couple of threads of that in here. Saffron tastes very floury. And I'm going to use a good amount of that. Matter of fact, we'll use it all. Why not? Cardamom seed. Now this tastes very piney and fruity. So we're going to add some pine flavor to that and some fruit. And we got some onions. Now the cardamom seed, they usually grow in Guatemala. A lot of Indian cuisine use them too, but they're basically used to spice up coffees and dessert, like cookies. It's very popular in rice dishes. So let's give that a stir. We're We're gonna add a little salt to this when it's on the stove, and that's about it. Let's give it a little dash of olive oil. That's gonna keep it from sticking, and onto the stove we go. All right, so this is on the stove now, and we're gonna bring this up to a boil, and we're gonna let this boil down. And when you start to see the rice, you wanna put it on low, and then put the lid on. And that's it. Look at this. Doesn't that look gorgeous? For Brussels sprouts, they look gorgeous. All right, we'll meet you back here. Let's get these steaks on. Don't go anywhere. Time to get these steaks on. All right. We're gonna go about 4 minutes aside, and that's it. Meet you right back here. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're cranking at about 550 degrees. Time to turn these to the side, crosshatch them. So you always want to take a look, take a peek, see what's going on, and now we can crosshatch it. Same with this one. Let's get these turn this way. And we'll get this one turned this way. See, we'll turn this one back that way. There we go. The lines mean nothing. And we're going to turn this little baby one that way. I'll meet you back here. Time to turn them. That's what you want right there. And we're looking right. Now always get the thicker end and the heat. And the thinner end, the least amount of heat. All right, we're gonna close up and meet you back here. Don't go anywhere. All right, time to move these to the side that has less heat. So we got them nice and cooked up, charred up. Now we're gonna move them over here and finish cooking over there. A couple of moments over there, and then we're gonna pull them, and we'll meet inside, so stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, here we are, season 5 chopping block, sirloin. Let's show you what we got. Look at that. Now that's how you want to serve that. That came out fantastic. Let's get into it. So we're just going to put this off to the side. Now I'll let this rest about 10 minutes. That's all you need. And I'm going to just go into a piece and show you what we're working with here. So let's choose this guy here. Actually, I'm going to choose this guy. This would be one of my favorite pieces here. It's an end piece. Now, first thing I'll do is just go right down the middle with it. I mean, look at that. Medium rare. And let's just slice down a couple of pieces off of this. This is how you want it, just like that. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Let's give that a shot. Spectacular. All right, time to show you what this looks like on a plate. Let's just clean this up. And we're going to bring in a plate. All right, so here's the rice we made. And here's those beautiful Brussels sprouts. They look phenomenal. So we're just going to start getting those onto the plate. I mean, you can see everything in there. And those prunes set this off. Alright, so we'll go maybe just a little bit more. A couple more of those nice prunes in there. Okay. Followed by some yellow rice. Now I think I'm going to put the yellow rice on the opposite end. And we're going to put our star in the middle. So let's get the yellow rice over here. Now if you guys find any cardamom seeds in here, just discard them. They're not very edible once the flavor is used. So just make sure you discard them. So this way nobody gets one in their plate. Alright, so we got that. Let's get a nice piece of sirloin in there. So I think I'm going to choose this guy right here. Right in the middle. There you have it. And let's just organize around it. Just bring our rice in. And then bring the veggies in around it. And then we're just gonna get a little greenery right on top of that rice, just to set it off. And now the steak itself, what I like to do, so here's a radish, just gonna chop off the end, chop off that end, and I like a little radish with my steak, thinly sliced. And I'm just gonna get those onto the plate, just to go along with that steak. And that's how you want to do this if you like radish. All right, there we go. All right, time to get into this. Let's try those vegetables first. Let's get a prune in here and try those Brussels sprouts with the onions and the garlic. Just get it all in there. Wow. The bitterness of those Brussels sprouts and the sweetness of those prunes along with the onions and the black pepper just really, really makes this a phenomenal recipe. You definitely have to try that. If you're not a Brussels sprout fan, I think this will convince you to be. Let's get a hold of that rice. Cardamom works amazingly well with the saffron. Anytime you put cardamom in rice, it always brings out that beautiful flavor in the rice. Excellent, excellent dish. Last but not least, let's try that sirloin. All right. Gotta get a nice cut off of that. Look at that. I'm gonna spin this plate around for you guys so you can see this. Beautiful. Let's give this a shot. Fantastic. Such an underrated cut of meat, sirloin. I mean, you see this in restaurants. They get top dollar for it. This was about $6.99 a pound. Just buy the entire piece of it. That's it. You could freeze the rest, and it's just a phenomenal way to have steak. All right, we're gonna get organized to meet you guys right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, and there it is. The sirloin ends. Cooked to perfection. And we serve that with some beautiful Brussels sprouts with prunes, just to give a bit of that sweetness in there that sets it off. A saffron rice with cardamom seed, definitely a must try. And we paired it with that beautiful steak. Hope you guys like this one. I hope you guys make this one. And as always, thank you very much. We enjoyed you coming. And no further ado, gotta get that little bit faster taste there.